So, you think this will look good framed on the wall? Hey everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net and shareholder of Helios and Matheson. Probably not a whole lot longer because I definitely think we're in the final days. I wanted to get there. I don't think a lot of us wanted it to get there. I know, even though people are saying, oh, they're crap now, I don't care what happens. The fact that you still comment, the fact that you still watch means that you do care. And I think we all wanted them to pull ahead. And they're not dead yet. They could still pull a miracle. I mean, I remember thinking there were some companies that I thought were on their last legs and they were going to go away and they didn't. Best Buy was one of them. Walmart had like a significant decrease in sales at one point. Right now, Barnes & Noble, they're looking pretty bad, but who knows? They might turn around. I mean, Barnes & Noble stock has actually been going up a fair amount, actually, to be honest. But MoviePass is not looking like one of those companies, although maybe we're wrong. But it's not looking very good. And it might be in this new Business Insider article that we see some hints that the final days are probably here and we have less time with MoviePass than we probably do. So if you still have it and if you have movies you can see with it, see movies with it. What can I say? Now, I normally do not read the bullet points, but I'm going to read the bullet points because I know you've seen the title of the video, and it's not just going to be about that. That will be the main focus, but there's other things we want to talk about. And the bullet points are: MoviePass fired 3 staff members on Friday, including 2 who made up the entirety of its human resources staff. Wow. MoviePass CEO Mitch Lowe has not been on all hands calls in 2 months, according to the source, who believe this is a sign of his lack of involvement in the day-to-day operations of the business. Mitch has been and continues to be involved in the day-to-day operations of the company, MoviePass says, though, so who knows. And the company is planning to unveil a 3-tier pricing plan, with the most expensive being similar to AMC Theater subscription plan, AMC Stubs A-List. So anyway, here's what the article says. On Thursday, MoviePass parent company Helios and Matheson Analytics disclosed it lost $130 million last quarter and suffered a significant decline in MoviePass subscribers. Now, I was actually reading that report live on this site, and interestingly, someone did the math and said, if MoviePass brought in this much money and it costs $10 a month, then they have roughly 2.7 million subscribers left. Which, if that is true, I am impressed. I'm frankly very, very impressed. It seems like it shouldn't be that high, but you can watch that video. You can look at the chat. Maybe you can do your own math. I don't know, but the fact that it is all $10 across the board, I guess in theory should make it easy to do the math, but I'm bad at math, and that's been demonstrated pretty well here. So I'm just going to assume that, that person was not lying. And even though it seems like it should be a lower amount, going from 3.2 to 2.7 million is definitely not anything to sneeze at. Now, the following morning, MoviePass staff came to work to a startling discovery. MoviePass's 2-person HR department had been fired, a source at the company told Business Insider. And that is not good. You do not want your HR department to be fired. Now, some at MoviePass are wondering if they could be next on the chopping block, according to the source. To top it all off, MoviePass CEO Mitch Lowe has been hard to find, according to the source. Lowe has not been at an all-hands call in 2 months, which the source said was a sign of his lack of involvement in the day-to-day operations of the company. Some of Lowe's duties include running the all-hands are being done by Khalid Itoum, MoviePass VP of Business Development. I don't know who that is. Mitch has been and continues to be involved in the day-to-day operation of the company, MoviePass told Business Insider in a statement. Shortly after Business Insider called MoviePass for comment, another all-hands was called to inform staff of a forthcoming story, according to the source. Probably this story. On a call Monday, Itoum told the staff the company was not going anywhere. In fact, MoviePass plans to make a big splash soon by unveiling a 3-tier pricing plan for subscribers, the company's source said. It'll be interesting to see what that tier actually is. This would include the current pricing level of $9.95 for 3 titles per month as the bottom tier option, and a top tier price that would be similar to what AMC is offering with its AMC Stubs A-List at $19.95 a month for 3 movies per week. Which, of course, the question comes up, well, will it be any movie you want to see? Or is it just going to be movies that MoviePass selects for you? Because that's not helping with the 3 movie. I mean, why would you pay for more movies that you can't see? Quote, "We have been listening closely to our subscribers," MoviePass also told Business Insider statement. "While we can't share specifics at the moment, we're looking forward to releasing our new programs intended to maximize positive member experience." The last official subscriber count the public got from MoviePass was when it crossed 3 million subscribers in June. The company source told Business Insider that tens of thousands of subscribers canceled in October. So, here's the thing. Let's I normally go to the picture, but let's look at these bullet points because the bullet points do need to be discussed. MoviePass fired 3 staff members on Friday, including 2 who made up the entirety of human resources staff. If you are a company without a human resources staff, you are setting yourself up for a world of hurt. You need HR people to field comments, problems. Maybe that's one of the reasons we had that stupid dog ad where it's like, we've been listening and all that jazz, but I don't know. It's like maybe HR could have told them, yeah, that's not the greatest idea in the world. I don't know. So that's really bad. The company is planning to unveil a 3-tier pricing plan. You know what? 8 months ago, that probably would have been wise. 8 months ago, that would have been wise. And by the way, one of the videos that I am planning on making right now are things MoviePass could have done to survive. Which, of course, speculation, my personal theories. But people have asked, I don't think there was any way for MoviePass to survive. And it's like, no, I think there were ways they could have at least saved enough money to run for a little while longer. But you know what? And a 3-tier pricing plan is early on is one of those things. But I think at this point it's too little too late, because even if they have a plan that sounds great, if it sounds great, I mean, people just don't trust them. What do you want me to say? They do not trust MoviePass. If MoviePass came out with one of their tiers being like, hey, you can see anything you want for $99.99 a month, you know what? I got a lot of use out of that. I never lost money, except for maybe 1 month on that tier. I think there was 1 month I saw $78 worth of movies as opposed to $100. And so that month MoviePass made a little bit of money off me. That said, even though I would love to have that price plan back and just do away with AMC Stubs, do away with Cinemia, just do away with everything and just have one card where I can go anywhere I want, I would still hesitate to sign up for it under MoviePass as it currently stands. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. They just don't trust MoviePass at this point, especially not to fork over that kind of money. Now, they didn't announce that plan was coming back. It looks like one of the tiers is going to be $19.99 at most. But will people sign up for a $19.99 tier plan? Because I think everyone's going to say, so wait, can I see anything I want, or do I have to see something that MoviePass deems? Now, that's not always a bad thing. I'm going to stress, I actually saw 3 movies with MoviePass this month. One with Border, which I think I ultimately liked, but that was definitely very, very weird. I saw In Search for Ingmar Bergman, which I did like quite a bit. And today, I actually saw Colette with Keira Knightley, and I really liked that too. It maybe could have been 15 minutes shorter. I think it meandered a little bit near the end, and actually especially meandered in the beginning. But I got to see 3 movies, so them selecting these movies are not always bad. But then, of course, then you have times where it's like one of the movies you can see is the Happy Time Murders, which it's like, you know, just I mean, really. So the 3-tier option should have been there from the beginning. But here's what I really want to talk about. And obviously you saw the title, so you know this is where this was heading the whole time. Where is Mitch Lowe? And I've actually said this a few times in my videos. What is going on with Mitch Lowe? Notice how you don't hear much from him these days. Notice how you're hearing from Ted Farnsworth. Now, here's the thing. I talked to a reporter from CNN recently. The true story. I don't know if they're actually going to write this story. I don't know if they're actually going to quote me. They didn't want anything on the record at the time, but I'm going to protect that source just in case they want to call back. But, you know, he or she asked me that, you know, what do you think of this? And I was pretty much of the opinion, and I think a lot of shareholders are, that we typically like Mitch Lowe. I mean, who's truly screwing up the company? I don't know, but whenever you talk to Lowe, he's able to articulate what MoviePass is. He sees a vision for MoviePass. He seems, and apparently from what we have heard, there are some behind-the-scenes stories that he wanted to do some things that might have been very beneficial to the company, but he has a boss, and that boss owns 51% of the company. Now, that other boss is Ted Farnsworth, which we've nicknamed Ted Fartsworth. This guy has never been able to articulate what MoviePass is or what they are going to do with it. In fact, someone asked, what is MoviePass? Like, oh, geez, you know, it's really hard to explain. It's like, well, if you own the company and you can't explain what this is, why should anyone invest in your company? At this point, maybe I will turn to the, yeah, there we go. Just, you know. And nobody likes him. And unfortunately, he's the one in charge. He's really the one in charge. And Mitch was probably good when they were doing interviews, when everything was all happy. And the roommate's friends just showed up, so. But we're not going to cut that out. Anyway, so Mitch was the face, and he did help launch Netflix. He's helped launch a lot of successful companies. And I've just been wondering where he is, and the more I read, the more I think Mitch is basically done with MoviePass. I don't think it's because he doesn't like the company. I don't think it's because he doesn't want his job, aside from the fact that his reputation is definitely tattered. I think he can't control it. I really think he can't control it, and he can't be effective at his job because he's got Fartworth looming over him. One of the things that was hoped is that when MoviePass got spun off into its own company, that Fartsworth would be completely out of the picture. He just wouldn't be there, and Mitch could run the show the way he knows how to do it. And by the way, under Mitch Lowe, MoviePass did make money finally. A lot of people don't know that. I mean, he was the one who decided at the $99 price point, which a lot of people hated. But you know what? There was a lot of people who signed up for it. Yeah, we'll see anything we want, and then didn't get the whole $99 worth. And I think Mitch would probably do something sensible, like $10 a month. You can see 3 movies you're choosing. It could be, but it's going to be limited. $35 a month, you can see like 6 2D movies a month. And at $100 a month, you can see whatever you want. I think he would do something more sensible like that. Apparently, the $9.99 a month, that was Fartsworth's idea. And I'm even hearing things from other shareholders who are a little bit closer to the company than I am, that Mitch actually was raising concerns about that price point around April because he saw, you know, the expenses piling up, and it's like, okay, we made our splash, let's scale back on this. And Ted's like, no, it's cool. It's good. So, and here's why I'm bringing this up now. When the spin-off was announced, I really thought that Mitch would get to run the show. But since then, we have learned that despite spinning it off into its own company, Helios and Matheson is still going to own 51% of the company. Ted Fartsworth is going to own a lot more of that of Helios and Matheson. So if he wants MoviePass to do something, he says the command. Mitch can't argue with him. Neither can the shareholders of MoviePass. The shareholders will not win with MoviePass. And in fact, it's now even looking more likely that the only thing Fartsworth wants is to spin off the MoviePass company so he can keep selling diluted shares of the company. And I think Mitch Lowe is officially done with this. He's not leaving the company. He's going to keep his position until the transaction goes through. But then I think he's going to be gone. And they will hire someone else, probably someone who is good friends with Ted. Maybe it might even be Ted himself. Who knows? But it's disappointing. So, again, I'm not going to say Mitch is completely blameless in anything that happened. He's probably not. He probably is not. But most of us liked him more. He had a better head on his shoulders. He seemed to have a better idea of where to go with this. And also, I think here was one of the differences between Mitch and Ted. A big difference. Whenever Mitch Lowe would get on to talk about MoviePass, he would be talking about to the theaters and saying, hey, this is what we bring you. This is our value. Here's what we can continue to bring you. Why would you want to invest in us? Well, because this is the value we bring you. Let us be partners. That was his whole thing. And some people might say that was like but you know what, your business model is, that you're going to bully them into this. But Mitch didn't seem like he was bullying it. But at least not all the time. I mean, there were certain times where he would show his, fangs, if you will. Like, when he talked about how they were tracking everything we were doing and you could use that data for whatever you wanted. And when AMC would bite back, he would say, yeah, we've discontinued a couple of their AMC theaters just to see what would happen. And they to show that basically the subscribers could be moved to other theaters, and that, that's a little shady. But Ted was the one. Apparently, that whole crazy press release where MoviePass announced the theater should be thanking us for doing it. The one that got John Campy really, really upset, and probably rightfully so. Apparently, that was Ted Farnsworth's idea. Farnsworth decided that would be a good idea to put out there. Apparently, Mitch was not okay with that. But what can you do? Ted's your boss. So, if Mitch is still at MoviePass, I don't think he's doing much. I think he's biding his time, waiting for the spin-off. He'll probably cash out his stock really fast because, again, what's the point if Ted's going to still be running the show? So, where's Mitch Lowe? Where's the MoviePass CEO? He's waiting for the ship to sink. That's the bottom line. But maybe you disagree. Do you think that's the case? I would love to know. So, comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.